play by Rodman. A minute 9 to decide
it. Or longer.
Roy feels so close to his brother. They're inseparable.
Now take in the outdoors. Fresh, cool, clean. Introducing Mountain Spring Tide with bleach. It leaves behind a fresh outdoor scent. It's gotta be Tide.
In the next half hour, Weather Center, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, Weather Center continues with highway and air travel conditions. Then the weekend outlook. And at 50 after, Storm Watch. But right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
The tornado you see here reportedly destroyed an entire town in South Dakota, killing at least 5 people. Now the same system that spawned this tornado is approaching the Northeast. Welcome to this special edition of Weather Center. I'm Mark Mancuso, and as you just saw, it looks like it could be a rather volatile day, dangerous day for the Northeast. And Kristen Dodd is in our forecast center, and she has more on the storms and what cities are in its path.
And thank you very much, Mark. Definitely a very busy day here at the Weather Channel, as well as for you folks in the Northeast, as you're going to possibly have to be dodging hail and very strong winds. We have seen some damaging winds coming across the Midwest as these storms have cut a path from Minneapolis, Detroit, and also now moving through Buffalo, New York. Let's see what is happening across the country as we do see our intensifying area of low pressure that is going to be lifting up to the Northeast. As it does so, we will see plenty of warm, unstable air moving into this region, so watch out for more strong to severe storms. In the state of New York, we have several severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Erie, Orleans, Genesee, Wyoming, Livingston, and Monroe counties. This does include Rochester as well as Buffalo. As you can see in Rochester, you are getting those storms right now. Some of the stronger storms moving to the east of Buffalo, but watch out. You can see cells forming off to your west and moving over the lakes. These storms have had a history of producing hail and very strong winds as they have cut across Michigan. Watertown, be on the lookout. These storms here will be moving into your area, although you are not under any type of warning at this point. That may be changing as we head into the next half hour or so. We also have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for the Cleveland area. In Cuyahoga and Lake counties, a storm cell just to the northeast of Cleveland has been termed severe, and we have had reports of some very gusty winds as that cell is moving off to the east at 55 miles an hour. Well, it does appear that some of those storms are beginning to die down, but to the counties just to the south of Cleveland, stronger rains will be moving through. And this just in, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Chautauqua County, the city of Jamestown in the state of New York, in western New York. That is going to be in effect until 12:45 in the afternoon. All of these areas are also under various watches. The areas here in red, tornado watches; in yellow, that's severe thunderstorm watches, including the city of Cleveland down toward Columbus, as well as areas in Rochester, Syracuse, and also Buffalo. Your weather is going to continue to go downhill throughout the afternoon. A reminder, a watch means that conditions are favorable for severe weather to form in and around the watch box. A warning means that you actually have that severe weather happening at this point. Now, this is where we have had severe weather confirmed throughout the day today in central Wisconsin and also in Michigan, where we have had reports up to 70-mile-an-hour winds, roofs blown off of garages, and some roof damage done to homes, trees and power lines down in Lucerne in Michigan, Gladwin County reporting a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust. Also a barn and a house destroyed in Gladwin in the city and county of Gladwin. So plenty of destruction in the path of these storms. Now, one area that was hit hard early this morning was the Detroit area. Folks in the Motor City motored through some rather nasty weather this morning. People in Detroit reported hail and also frequent lightning. The weather, for the most part at this time, has calmed down. You should see partly sunny skies this afternoon, but a few thunderstorms could be popping up in your area. Tonight, it looks like all clear with temperatures running in the 40s. You were under a tornado warning earlier. Fortunately, we did not have any touchdowns in the Detroit area. That was not the case, though, in Spencer, South Dakota last night as a tornado moved through your area. That storm reportedly destroyed most of the small town. Officials say it killed at least 5 people. One person is still missing, and we have reports of 150 people hurt, and that is about half the population of Spencer, South Dakota. Now we are going to see the threat of severe weather shift to the northeast. We have the greatest threat area here indicated in white. We now have taken the Detroit area out of that threat. Cleveland, you're still in it, as well as areas in western New York. New York City, you're right on the edge of things to begin popping later on this afternoon. You want to stay tuned to the Weather Channel for all the latest watches and warnings that will be happening throughout the afternoon hours. It's a very volatile situation. The threat of tornadoes, hail, and very strong winds. And we do have another severe thunderstorm warning for Ontario County in western New York, as well as Wayne County. Storms now moving to the northeast at 65 miles an hour. So watch out for those, folks. Just to the east of Rochester, your weather is definitely turning for the worst. We'll continue to keep you updated on all the latest happenings with the line of storms that are now moving through portions of the state of New York, including some strong storms now in central Massachusetts with severe thunderstorms in Worcester County. We'll have details on that throughout the afternoon. Now here's Mark with more on your latest forecast.
All right, thank you, Christian. And as we take a look at the weather map, there we see it, our strong late spring, early summer storm moving up through the lakes. A lot of wind around this system. Hot, humid air moving up into the lakes region, and that will eventually make it into the northeast. But looking to the west, behind the storm, an abrupt end to summer as we've seen it here, as some much cooler, drier air comes down through the plains. Look at this. We're in the 40s and 50s here. But to the south, summertime is coming on strong, and it's trying to make a move up into New York City and up towards Boston. Look at the dew points here. They are really climbing. 64 at Buffalo, 65 at New York City. Then we get into the 70s. This is real summertime steam, and it's all headed up towards the northeast. But look to the west, behind our front. Look at the dew points. They're in the 20s. So quite a change moving southward down across the plains, and that will eventually move across the lakes in the northeast after a very stormy day today. As Kristen mentioned, severe storms right now over Fitchburg, Mass, producing a large hail. They're moving off towards the east, and over here to the west, this is where we're watching for an explosive development of storms this afternoon as our cold front pushes southeast to this increasingly warm, moist air. Look at Philly, it's up to 83. Now up to the west, behind the front, we are looking at a change in the air. The skies are clearing. The winds have shifted to the northwest, and we're looking at much cooler, drier air. We're at 80 now, Chicago. So the front is in your vicinity. Behind the second front, we cool you into the 40s. Now in the south, beachgoers, a little grumpy here in northwest Florida and in South Florida, some clouds around, and a few showers and thunderstorms. But off to the west, no precipitation, and Dallas already 88 degrees. It is going to be another day of upper 90s and low 100s and maybe some more records. Some tropical moisture of the high-level variety in Southern California around Los Angeles. You can see those high clouds. Head up the coast, we look pretty good here. Not a bad start to the day in western Oregon. High pressure is overhead, and with that, some pleasantly cool, dry air. Yesterday, many records across the southern plains.